Did you marry me to hurt her?
No, I married you because I love you.
How can I believe that?
You have to. Don't listen to stupid people. You know I love you.
I know.
But I told myself maybe this was destiny. Maybe love sometimes comes in strange packages. Until one night. That night changed everything. He was in the shower. His phone kept vibrating. I wasn't the type to check phones. But something in my spirit felt uneasy. I picked it up. It was a voice note from one of his friends. I shouldn't have opened it. But I did. And I heard laughter. Then his friend's voice. Guy, I still can't believe you actually married her sister just to pepper your ex. You're wicked. Oh. My hands started shaking. The voice note continued. At least now she'll know you're not the problem. You moved on with someone better. My stomach dropped. Pepper your ex. Move on with someone better. Was that all I was? A weapon? A message? A revenge tool? When he came out of the bathroom, smiling, drying his hair, I looked at him differently. For the first time, I wasn't seeing love. I was seeing calculation. I asked him directly.
Did you marry me to hurt her?
He paused. Just for a second. But that second told me everything. Then he said,
Don't listen to stupid people. You know I love you.
But love doesn't hesitate before answering. And from that moment, I started questioning everything. Was every compliment rehearsed? Was every touch strategic? Was I ever truly chosen? Or was I just the perfect person to hurt the woman who hurt him? Now I am pregnant, married, and unsure whether I am a wife, or a revenge plan that went too far. They say when you marry someone for the wrong reason, the truth will eventually visit you. I just didn't expect it to knock this early. There's something I have never admitted to anyone, not even to myself. I liked him before my sister ever did. Before the engagement. Before the wedding. Before the family introductions. I noticed him first. The first day he came to our house years ago, I was the one who opened the gate. He smiled at me. Not a long smile. Just polite. But my foolish heart carried that smile for weeks. He would visit often after that. And I would always find excuses to pass through the sitting room. Bring water. Adjust the curtain. Ask unnecessary questions. I was young, naive, and secretly hopeful. Then one afternoon, my sister pulled me aside. Guess what? She said, grinning. He asked me out. I remember the exact feeling. Like someone poured cold water inside my chest. But I laughed. I congratulated her. I even helped her pick what to wear for their first official date. That was the day I buried my feelings. Or at least, I thought I did. They got married a year later. I danced at the wedding. Took pictures. Clapped when they kissed. And told myself. It was just a childish crush. But crushes don't disappear. They hide. Years passed. Their marriage wasn't perfect. Arguments became louder. Visits became less frequent. Then the separation happened. When she moved back home, angry and exhausted, I told myself something very important. This is not your chance. And I meant it. But destiny has a strange sense of humor. The first time I saw him after the separation, something shifted. He looked older. Tired. Vulnerable. And when he hugged me in greeting, it lasted 1 second longer than it used to. Or maybe I imagined it. We started talking more. At first about the children. Then about life. Then about the past. One evening, he said something that shook me.
Do you remember the first day I came to your house?
My heart jumped.
Of course I do. How could I forget?
I almost asked you out instead.
Stop joking.
I laughed nervously.
I'm serious, but your sister spoke first. And everything moved fast.
That sentence unlocked feelings I had locked away for years. Suddenly, the story in my head changed. Maybe I wasn't stealing him. Maybe timing stole him from me first. That's the lie I fed myself. When we started seeing each other secretly, it felt less like betrayal, and more like unfinished destiny. When he proposed after the divorce, I didn't hesitate. I said yes. I told myself, if it's meant to be, It will find its way. But the day my sister found out we were engaged, she didn't scream. She didn't insult me. She just looked at me for a long time. Then she said quietly,
So you've been waiting all these years.
That sentence pierced deeper than any slap could. Waiting? Was I? Had I unconsciously waited for her marriage to fail? Had I secretly believed that one day he would come back for me? I wanted to deny it. But deep down, I didn't know the answer. Now the family thinks I plotted from the beginning. They believe I smiled at her wedding while secretly wishing it wouldn't last. And sometimes, late at night, I ask myself something terrifying. If he had chosen me first, would I have been a better wife? Or would history have still repeated itself? Because here is the part no one wants to admit. Sometimes we call it destiny, when it might just be desire that never died. If I'm being honest, I didn't marry him because of love. I married him because of shame. When I found out I was pregnant, my whole world went dark. I tried to hide it at first. Loose clothes. Avoiding family meals. Pretending I was just stressed. But in African homes, nothing stays hidden for long. My mother noticed first. You're not eating well, she said. Then she watched me closely for days. Until one morning, she followed me quietly to the clinic. By evening, the entire house knew. Pregnant. By my sister's ex-husband. The silence in our sitting room that night felt heavier than death. My father didn't shout. He didn't insult me. He just removed his glasses and said one sentence. You will marry him. Not do you love him? Not is he ready? Just a decision. My sister sat there too. She didn't cry. She didn't defend me. She didn't defend him. She just stared at the floor. My mother said, We cannot let people laugh at this family. It was no longer about me. It was about reputation. About church members. About extended relatives. About what will people say? He came the next day. Not angry. Not shocked. Almost relieved. I'm ready to do the right thing, he said confidently. The right thing. That's what they all called it. The introduction was rushed. The bride price negotiation was awkward. Some relatives refused to attend. Whispers followed us everywhere. That's the younger sister. Imagine. She must have been planning it. I walked through my own wedding like a visitor, smiling for pictures, greeting guests. But inside, I felt trapped. Because after the ceremony ended and everyone went home, reality began. Marriage without romance is loud in its silence. He tried. I'll give him that. He provided. He spoke gently. But something was missing. Some nights he would lie beside me, staring at the ceiling. And I would wonder, is he thinking about her? Is he comparing us? One evening, I gathered courage and asked him.
If I wasn't pregnant, would you have married me?
He paused. Too long. Then he answered carefully.
Let's not think about what ifs.
But I wanted the what if. Because deep down, I feared the truth. Maybe this wasn't destiny. Maybe it was just damage control. And then something happened that made everything worse. One afternoon, I overheard him on the phone with his friend. His friend asked, So how's marriage? He laughed lightly and said,
At least this one doesn't stress me like the first one.
This one. Not my name. Not my wife. Just, this one. That was the day I realized something painful. I wasn't chosen. I was convenient. And convenience is not the same as love. Now I carry his child. I wear his ring. I sleep in his house. But sometimes I lie awake and ask myself, did I marry for protection? Or did I walk into a lifetime of emotional punishment? Because family pressure can force a wedding. But it cannot force peace.